In this video, I will show you how I built this three-legged Windsor style chair. So, as you've probably seen in the thumbnail, this is what I'm making. I'm following along the instructions here, and you know, the measurements and everything, and I don't know, they look like they're a little small, but maybe it's just for kids. But the cool thing is I can make a bigger one if I want, but I want to go ahead and finish these two and then see what it's like and sit down, and then I can make a decision from there. Anyway, hope you're enjoying this video. Well, it's going to make a kid a great seat. Alright, so what I'm doing right now is kind of fashioning this seat to where it kind of is indented to where you want to sit down. In the book that I'm getting the plans from, it calls for a gouge, but the only gouge that I have that's close enough is this, and that's used for a lathe, so I can't use it. So that's the reason why I use this bad boy. And this thing moves a lot of wood. And then I got it down pretty close, and then I'm just going to use my big electric grinder and, you know, maybe some hand tools and stuff. But that's the reason why I'm doing it, using that, is because I just don't have a gouge. And I want to get a bigger gouge for doing this kind of work, but in order to get a good one, I would have to order one. And so the town that I live in doesn't have any available. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. So this is pretty close to kind of what I'm going for. There's still some spots that need some more work, but I'll do that when I have the everything all together, and just make it blend. So yeah, I think it's gonna work just fine. Alrighty, after about 9 million strokes with the rasp and sandpaper, I got this to fit. So in the plans it calls for this to be really super convexed, I believe you would call it. And but I'm just gonna kind of round it a little bit so it's comfortable to sit on your back. And they also call for a wedge to be put in here, but this is so close and so tight that I'm probably going to not use a wedge like I did on the legs on the seat here. So round this off and do some sanding and varithane it, and it should be done pretty soon. Alrighty, here you go. Here's the Windsor style three-legged chair. A lot of fun to build. I would prefer to have one a little bit bigger, which I will build. Even with that being said, this is a pretty comfortable little chair, and it's not too bad to sit in, but I would prefer one that sits up a little bit higher. To finish it off, I used some feed and wax. It's like a beeswax and mineral oil. I was going to use some Danish oil, but I was reading the warning stuff, and you have to have a mask, a well-ventilated area, and I just don't like the toxic stuff nowadays. I'd rather use stuff that's non-toxic. But this was fun to build, and yeah, thanks for watching the video. Hope you liked it.